What's up everyone? So I have joined the bandwagon of buying the M1 edition of the new line of Apple computers right now, as I couldn't wait for the Apple products to be available here in the Philippines, and it will take about 2 to 3 months to arrive. So what's the solution? Buy it from Greenhills. I bought mine in Greenhills at a discounted price, cheaper than the official price published in Apple PH. Shout out to Elishanjer Gadget shop for a smooth transaction that day, and I will put the link to their FB page and their contact in the description box below. They offer credit card installments or straight payments with a bit of a charge, and also cash through wire transfer if you hesitate to bring huge cash with you. On that day, a lot of people buying their iPhone 12s and iPad Airs. It made me think. I know their stocks are being ordered from Hong Kong, and I have also researched that buying from Hong Kong is much cheaper than the published price we have here in Apple Philippines. Would that affect Apple Philippines because they sell new Apple products too late already? Like me, I needed the device as early as possible, then I would resort to buying it from Greenhills in cash and with a discount than in the official Apple retailers or resellers na a bit pricey, and it will take you to wait longer since stocks and restockings are taking time. By the way, Apple Philippines is a subunit of Apple SG. Too frustrating lang kasi it feels the Philippines market is not as huge as Apple is assessing. That's why they are selling their products already too late. Who knows? When buying from Greenhills or third-party vendors, you have to open it on the site to see if the product is legit. Another check is to look at the serial number and check it on the Apple website. I'll include it in the description box below. Check for its warranty coverage, and you're guaranteed your product is legit and can be brought to any Apple store for a repair. If you feel that you need to visit a repair shop for any issues, you can have it checked in authorized Apple resellers, repair shops like PowerMac or iSwitch. Okay, on a side note, I just found out today, December 12th, that M1 MacBook Pro or Air in the Apple PH website is already available. The base model is at 83,990 or almost 84,000 with 8GB of RAM and 512GB of ROM, and will be delivered free on January 15 to 19. If you customize the specs and bump up the RAM to 16GB, it will add 12,000 to the total price. And my estimation was right a few weeks back. Then if you want to increase the ROM of your M1 MacBook Pro, you will add another 12,000 to the total price. All of these customized specs will also entail different delivery dates. As you can see, the more customized it gets, the longer the waiting time you will have to endure for it to be delivered. So right now, I am in the province for the holidays, and if I want it to be delivered here, of course, it's not surprising that I will be waiting for a couple of days more. Anyway, so I was not able to do a proper unboxing since one, I was all over the place that day and could not contain my adrenaline knowing that I will be buying one. So I was not able to shoot a clip of it officially being opened by the owner of the shop when we tested it. If you want some unboxing videos, you can probably see a lot of that here in YouTube. And two, the contents of the product did not change. It has the same contents as the 2019 MacBook Pros or even Airs, like the 61-watt charger, the charging cord, which I'm not using right now since I have 100-watt C2C cord and this is almost 2.5 meters, a bunch of stickers and papers as manuals, and of course the unit itself. When it comes to my gadget, I take really good care of it, so I bought a case and a snug fit keyboard protector, and also I bought a silicone cover for the charger to protect it from scratches. I would want this to last at least 5 years because who knows, I might be selling this when we get to see the more powerful M1 chips in the years to come. Now, what are the best accessories that can make your MacBook more functional? If you would need a cheaper storage, then a good option is the SanDisk Portable SSD or Samsung T5 or T7, or the newest kid in the block, the WD Portable SSD. They are the most reliable storage device in the market with read and write speeds of up to 800 MBs or even faster. I saw a good comparison video of these three devices, so depending on your budget, you can choose from 500GB to 2TB. But I tell you, it's much cheaper than buying storage from Apple, which from what I showed you, it's 12,000 pesos from 512GB to 1TB. Then of course, a reliable and cheap Bluetooth mouse or wired mouse to increase your productivity. 3. Since this is only 2 Thunderbolt 3 or USB 4 ports, then better buy a USB hub with multiple functions on it. I bought this Green USB hub with an HDMI port that supports 4K 60Hz display with 3 USB 3 ports and 1 USB-C that substitutes as a power delivery as well. you can charge your laptop through this port. I bought this in Lazada and so far it delivers. So what made me decide to buy this M1 MacBook Pro? Coming from a MacBook Pro made 2012, I have been a fan of their laptops already, so they are reliable and long-lasting. As what I have mentioned, I used a MacBook Pro made 2012 and I upgraded its internals to an SSD and added an additional RAM. I have actually taken a video of it when I brought it to the shop and have it upgraded with new internals. It worked fine until such that right now, the clips that I usually shoot are quite advanced already and the machine could not keep up. With my plans for editing and creating more content on social media, then I needed a faster and reliable device. I also went through research and countless hours of looking over reviews, and yun nga, it made me decide to buy the 8GB M1 chip 512GB memory. Why I have gone this route instead of the 16GB M1, which is I believe it's future-proof? Okay, here are the reasons and some of my considerations and hope it can help you decide on what to buy. So basically, I've been using my MacBook for video editing through Final Cut Pro X, and they are optimized already upon release of this M1. When looking over the comparison videos here in YouTube like Max Tech Reviews, the 8-core and 16-core do not have that much of difference in terms of rendering time. Besides, I am only taking videos through mobile phones, my drone, action cameras, and sometimes from my DSLR, so it's not as heavy as I would think. I will probably show you my workflow, how I edit and render them in another video. Yes, looking at the comparison videos of its performance, it's not a huge of a gap, most especially if you're just above the average level of tasks like light photo edit and 4K 60 FPS video edit. I consider that as just an average. I might include myself as part of the 95% of the MacBook Pro users. The heavy users, the 5%, would probably go for the 16GB M1 or wait for the 16 inches MacBook Pro M1 iteration next year. This is the first edition, so most likely in 3 years time, Apple will release a more powerful chip on their laptops, and by then, I might probably think of selling this current one to go and get the new one. The cost does not exceed its benefit. I'm just starting video creation, so please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Looking at the price difference between 16GB and 8GB, it's 12,000 pesos, so I might reserve the budget for other plans. You might think that this laptop is not future-proof, but yes, as what I have mentioned, these are just the first of M1, so prepare to be mind-blown in 1 to 2 years time, and if given the budget, I might again cross fingers upgrade by then. M1 is going to be not for you if you have a workflow or creative apps not optimized yet in M1. What are these? Adobe Creative like Premiere, Lightroom, Photoshop, and other plugins that are not yet optimized. You mainly depend on them for your work or creative content. Then just wait for the optimized version of your apps to M1. M1 is just new, so leave a couple of months to get that optimized apps. And by the way, some leaks and reliable sources that Apple will release a more powerful M1 chip in 2021 in their 16 inches MacBooks. So better wait for it if your current work and situation permits. Situation meaning 1, you have a powerful Intel devices right now, or 2, you have some budget constraints. Okay, hope this video can help you get informed in your decision of buying your next Apple laptops. In my next video, I will show you the performance of the laptop with everyday use. Please hit the subscribe, like, and notification bell button if you would want to see more videos in this channel. Bye! On the Apple website. So I'll just link the Apple website down below. Box for the Apple cereal